Hello, ladies and gentlemen of Saberland. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Temple. The Tie-Dye Jedi here, and it is my pleasure to present to you my latest build, the Blind Knight by Solo's Hold, weathered and powder coated by yours truly, and the fully removable chassis by Goth 3D Customs, sporting the NB-V4 and power extender. This will serve as the instructional video for the new owner of the Saber. Cat, I hope you enjoy. So, down towards the bottom of the chassis here, you have a 1.3mm in-hilt recharge port that you can use to recharge your Saber. And just below it is a sliding activation switch that cuts the power to and from the Saber when you flip it. Always make sure that the Saber is in the powered off position whenever you go to charge it. But sliding the switch towards the bottom of the hilt will power on the Saber. You'll hear a boot sound, and your two accent lights will illuminate. The boot sound does let you know which of the three color profiles and sound profiles you are currently in. So, a light press on the button will activate the Saber. Activation button, by the way, is located just between the two accent lights. And a light press of the same button will not turn off the Saber. To prevent accidental turn-offs during battle, it takes a longer hold of the activation button to power off the Saber. So it's a quick press to turn it on, and a long press to turn it off. Now, a long press to turn on the Saber until you hear the first beeping noise will activate silent mode. And then you can have all the other features of the Saber without the sound. A long press to deactivate the Saber will turn the power back on, and the next time you turn the Saber on, it will be back to normal. Now, an even longer press on the activation button, holding it until you hear a second beep, will shift you into the next of the three color and sound profiles. You'll hear the boot sound letting you know that it's been shifted. And then a quick power on the Saber will activate the next sound. And then a longer hold will turn it back off. And when the Saber is in the powered off position, you can also remove the SD card here and put it into a PC and change the settings of your three color and sound profiles. The directions for such are in the instruction manual that will be provided. You can just slide her back in there and power the Saber back on. And again, a long hold on the activation button until you hear the second beep will shift us to the third of the color and sound profiles. Alright, so let's put this baby in the hilt. To put the chassis into the hilt, you'll first want to make sure that the power is on, because you can't access the battery switch when the hilt is inside the Saber. And then you'll simply want to unscrew the pommel back here. And there is a groove starting at your LED module that goes down the side of the hilt here, just on the other side of your accent lights. You will want to align that groove up with your activation buttons on the hilt. Now, if you're a little off when you get up there, you'll feel resistance, and you can just slightly rotate until you find the spot where it continues. It should slide very easily. Never should have to be forced in any way. Once the chassis is pushed all the way up into the hilt, you can grab the key here and rotate a quarter of the turn clockwise, and you'll see your illumination triangles illuminate, accent triangles. That lets you know that your Saber is aligned and ready to be used. Then a quick press on the bottom button here between the two triangles will power on the Saber. You can put the pommel back on, and you are ready to go. Now, on the back of the hilt here, just above the flange, there is a set screw that when the blade is inserted, you can take the provided Allen key tighten the set screw, and hold your blade in place for battle. And again, a long press of the button will power back off the saber. Now, to get the chassis back out of the hilt, you'll want to take the blade back out first. And the pommel back off. And you'll actually want to remove the upper portion of the saber, or else get a soft tip ink pen or marker or something to go down in here with, because when you rotate the chassis a quarter of a turn back counterclockwise, you do not want to remove the chassis by pulling on the key from the bottom. It'd be very easy to break the key off if you were using it to remove the chassis. You should either use something soft to go down into the barrel, or what I prefer is to remove the top of the saber like so, and simply push the chassis out a bit with my fingers until I can get a grip on it, and then slide it the rest of the way out with my hand. But again, do not want to remove the chassis by pulling it out by the key. When the chassis has been unaligned a quarter turn clockwise and is ready for removal, you'll want to start the process by pushing down on the top of it. And that is it. I do hope that you enjoy your new saber. And again, the top piece just slides in until the two holes line up on the front, and then the provided screw keys the two of them together nice and secure. And that is your new Solo's Hold Blind Knight saber. I hope that you love it as much as I have loved building it for you. Good night, Saberland, and happy sabering.